Good morning. Hello, how are you? Are you fine? Okay. So today we will study about sequence as well as series. Okay guys, let me start. Okay. Sequence. Sequence is the arrangement of the things in a particular order. Or you can say sequence is a function whose domain is a set of natural number. Clear beta? For example, let us suppose we are given some even natural number and we are going to arrange these even natural number in an ascending order. So again they are in a sequence. Clear beta? Let me suppose we have student of our class and let me arrange these students according to their height wise. Again they are in a sequence. Again let me take, we have a test of mathematics of our students and we arrange these students according to their performances. Again they are in a sequence. So maybe any arrangement, but that must be a particular order forms, that is called they are in a sequence. Okay beta? Now what is the meaning of real sequence? Sometimes we see this is called the real sequence. What is the meaning of real sequence? If range of that sequence is a subset of set of real number, then you can say that sequence is called a real sequence. For example, you can say arrangement of these even natural number, again it is a real sequence. Clear beta? Then after this series, what is the meaning of series? If we arrange these elements in a particular order according to their signs, corresponding to their signs, then that sequence become a series. For example, if we take like this, you may write 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 and going in this way. Now it is not a sequence, this is called a series. So it means if we take terms of the sequence with their respective signs, that sequence become a series. After this, we have very important concept, that is yours progression. What is the meaning of progression? Progression is nothing but it is also a sequence. It is also a sequence. But now in case of progression, if the terms of the sequence are given by a particular formulas or terms of the sequence are given from a particular you can say property. If the terms of the sequence are given from particular properties or formulas, then that sequence is called a progression. For example, let me take a sequence is given as 3n plus 4. Now if we take their terms, if n is equal to 1, it is 7. If n is equal to 2, then it is 10, then 13, then 16, then 19, then 21. And it is not 21, it is 22. Yes. And going in this way. And now they are also in a sequence, but we give the name to this sequence just as a progression also. So now it is called yours progression because terms of this sequence are given from a particular this formula and the term is 3n plus 4. So it means if the terms of the sequence are given from a particular formula or property, then you can say that sequence is called a progression. Okay? And we are also we have different type of progression. First you may write arithmetic progression. In short form we may write that is called AP. AP means arithmetic progression. If the difference between two consecutive terms is always same, then that progression or that sequence is called arithmetic progression. For example, let me consider 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Again you can see they are in AP. They are in ascending order, but the difference between two consecutive terms is always same. So it means they are in AP. Similarly, let me consider now first GP. What is the meaning of GP? That is called geometric progression. GP is the progression in which the ratio between two consecutive terms should always be same. For example, look at, you can take again 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, then 64 and going in this way. And you see the ratio between two consecutive terms is always same. So they are in GP now. Similarly, we can take HP and that is called harmonic progression. Now harmonic progression is a progression or it is a sequence whose terms are given by just reciprocal terms of AP. For example, we have this AP and we take its reciprocal terms like 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 10, 1 by 12. Now you can say they are called in GP. Sorry, they are called in HP. So HP is also a progression whose terms are just reciprocal the terms of yours AP. Clear? After this, AGP, arithmetico-geometric progression. If we consider any progression or any sequence whose terms are given by the corresponding product of terms of AP as well as GP, that progression is called arithmetico-geometric progression. And you can also very much clear from the name. नेम से आपको क्लियर हो जाता है AGP अर्थमेटिक ज्योमेट्रिक के कॉम्बिनेशन से बनने वाली प्रोग्रेशन मीन्स AP और GP के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग टर्म्स को अगर मल्टीप्लाई करें, आई एम यूजिंग द वर्ड कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग, देन यू विल गेट योर प्रोग्रेशन. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ वी आर गिवन AP, just you may take it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, and then GP you may write 1 R square R cube R4. Then AGP you may write the progression terms are given by the product of corresponding term of these both. 1 into 2 it is 2, then 4 into R 6 R square 8 R cube, and you may write it is 10 R raised to power 4. So this is called yours AGP. So in this way you can take one by one AP, GP, HP, AGP. So today we will talk about yours AP first. So AP is a progression in which the difference between two consecutive terms always must be same. Okay beta? So let me start with AP first. So let me take AP. If we consider A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, going in this way, A plus and minus 1 into D. And you can see the difference between two consecutive terms is always same, and that is D. So can you tell me how many terms are given in this progression? We are going to start from first term, that is A plus 0D. In second, A plus 1 into D. Third, A plus 2 into D. Going in this way, the nth term should becomes A plus n minus 1 into D. So it means there are n terms, and what is the nth term? Nth term you may write A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. Clear beta? So in this way you can take the general term of yours AP also, that is called like this. And if we are given AP of these n terms, then how can you find any term from the end in this progression? For example, let me take the rth term from end in this progression. Now in this AP, let me subtract R from total number of terms and adding 1 in this, you will see that becomes the position of that term from the beginning. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे एंड से कोई भी rth टर्म चाहिए, तो उस प्रोग्रेशन में वो बिगनिंग से कौन सी टर्म बनने वाली है, n माइनस आर प्लस 1th टर्म. So you can say this is this term from beginning. You can say like this. So now we have this very important formula to find the position of term from the end. You find any term from the end. Okay. For example, again let me take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, then 22, 24, and let me take up to 24. How many terms are given? Let me start with 2 and with 24. So there are 12 terms in this progression. And he says find the third term from the end. Now third term from end will be equal to, now there is 12, total number of terms are 12, and we are required third term from the end and adding 1 in this. So now you can see there is 13 minus 3, it is 10th term from beginning. Or from the starting. Okay, so now you can see, and also you may verify. So now its terms becomes 10th term from the beginning also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is your 10th term. Similarly, you can see, let me take the 5th term from the end. 5th term from end. And you may write 12 minus 5 plus 1. Again 13 minus 5, it is 8th term. That is 8th term from beginning. So in this way you can find any term from the end by using the formula Tn minus r plus 1, where n is the total number of term, r is the position of term from the end, and you will get Tn minus r plus 1th position term from the beginning, that will be rth term from the end. Clear beta? Also you can have one more method to find any term from the end also. In case of AP, if we reverse the progression, means from the beginning, let me reverse from the end, then if we are required third term from the end in the previous, then you can see that will be third term from the beginning after reversing the progression. For example, again I am taking 2 for 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, then 20, 22, 24. Alright, I am taking the same example again. If I reverse this progression, again they are in AP, you can say, that is 24, 22, then 20, then 18, and going in this way up to 2. Again they are in AP. So now you can say, if we are taking third term from the end in this progression, that becomes third term from the beginning also. Okay beta? Clear? But only difference should be, now the first term should be as a last term of the given progression, and the common difference will be negative than the common difference of the given progression. Only difference is this, and you can find that term from the beginning also. So out of these both, which you can feel very convenient, then you can use that. I have given the direct formula also, and also by reversing the progression you can find that term from the beginning also. But remember, now last term will be the first term and common difference in that case will be the negative as the common difference of the given progression. I hope it should be very much clear. Okay, beta. After this, first of all, the sum of n terms of AP, sum of n terms of AP. If we are given A8 plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and going in this way, A plus n minus 1 into D, then sum of n terms, you may write A plus D, then A plus 2D, and going in this way, A plus n minus 1 into D. Again you may write, now let me reverse, let me write the last term as a first term, A plus n minus 1 into D. What should be the second last? A plus n minus 2 into D. What is the third last? A plus n minus 3 into D. And going in this way, what was the first term? It becomes A. Let me add these both. Adding you may write. So it is 2Sn. So you may write first term this, it is 2 times A plus n minus 1 into D. Similarly, 2 times A plus n minus 1 into D. Similarly, next 2 times A plus n minus 1 into D. And in the last also, again you may get 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay guys, you see all the terms in the right hand side are same, but can you tell me how many terms are given now in this right hand side? Again there are n terms, but you can see all these n terms are equal. So you may write 2 times Sn, it is n time, it is 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So let me divide by 2. So you may write, I just write here, what is Sn? You may write it is n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into common difference. So this is yours. Guys, this is the result to find the sum of n terms of yours AP. Clear? And also you may write this as A plus n minus 1 into D, and you can see this is also called the last term of this progression. So you may write this is n by 2 into A plus n. Is it clear? So it means sum of n terms of AP, and generally we can find by using these two formulas. First was n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 into common difference, then n by 2 first term plus last term. So these are the two formulas to find the sum of n terms of AP, where if last term is given, we can use this result. When last term is not given, then you can use the previous result. So by using these both results, we can find sum of n terms of AP. After this, we have very important one more concept, that is the arithmetic mean. In case of your AP, what is the meaning of arithmetic mean? In case of AP, arithmetic means are those terms of AP which are lying between first and last term of AP, or we can say all the terms which are lying in between first and last term of AP are called as arithmetic means. Clear? For example, let me suppose we are given again 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. excepting first and last term. So in between all the terms are called arithmetic means. So these all terms are called arithmetic means. Clear beta? Okay. So how can you find the single arithmetic mean in case of AP? Let me suppose we are given the two numbers and A is the arithmetic mean between these two numbers. So how can you find the value of A? So you can see capital A minus A is the common difference. B minus capital A is again the common difference. They both are equal. Let me transpose this A in this side, this small a in right side. So 2A is equal to A plus B, or capital A is A plus B by 2. This is called single arithmetic mean. Okay. And let me suppose again we are having the two numbers like A and B, and we are inserting an arithmetic mean between them like it is AN. And now he says find these arithmetic means. So first of all, we should find the, I'm taking first of all long method, then we will take the very short method also. So by that direct you will find your arithmetic means, and also you may verify by that method also. And first of all, A and B are the two numbers, there are n arithmetic mean between them. And how can you find the common difference first? How many terms are given? They all are in AP, because these are the arithmetic means. And these are arithmetic means only when they all are in APs. So how many terms are given in this AP? And arithmetic means, and including two first and last term, total number of terms are n plus 2. Okay. So last term is called the n plus 2th term. Is it clear? That is A plus n plus 2 minus 1 into common difference. It is like this. So B minus A or B minus A divided by n plus 1, this is called common difference. After finding the common difference, then you can find any arithmetic mean inserting between these two numbers. But be remember, if we are required the fourth arithmetic mean, this is A plus D. Third arithmetic mean, this is A plus 3D. And going in this way, nth arithmetic mean, this is A plus ND. So remember this, by using these all, direct you can find the arithmetic means. But you can also direct use the formula to find your common difference first. How can you find the common difference? Last term minus first term divided by the quantity increasing by 1 as how many arithmetic means you are taking. Again listen, common difference कैसे निकालेंगे बेटा? Last term minus first term divided by जितने भी arithmetic mean insert करने वाले हैं उसमें 1 increase करके आप उससे divide करिए, तो डायरेक्ट आपका कॉमन डिफरेंस आने वाला है. अब कॉमन डिफरेंस आने के बाद जो भी अर्थमेटिक मीन निकालना चाहते हैं, काउंटिंग की वो नेक्स्ट टर्म होती है. लाइक मुझे थर्ड अर्थमेटिक मीन चाहिए, टर्म फोर्थ बनेगी और किसके इक्वल आएगा? A प्लस 3D. फिफ्थ अर्थमेटिक मीन चाहिए A प्लस 5D. एट्थ अर्थमेटिक मीन चाहिए A प्लस 8D. एंड गोइंग इन दिस वे यू कैन फाइंड ऑल द अर्थमेटिक मीन्स. क्लियर बेटा? नाउ I am giving very important short trick to find the arithmetic mean between any two terms. Remember this. And I think you all know about the section formula in use coordinate geometry. अगर बेटा coordinate geometry में आपके पास कोई भी 2 पॉइंट्स गिवन है, लाइक x1 y1 कोऑर्डिनेट एक a पॉइंट के हैं एंड x2 y2 are the coordinate of the point B. C is any point which divide to this in L ratio m. How can you find the coordinate of this point C first? but we always multiply right ratio with left hand side and left ratio with right hand side. तो m टाइम x1 प्लस l टाइम x2 डिवाइडेड बाय l प्लस m. सिमिलरली y कोऑर्डिनेट m y1 l y2 divided by l plus m. So this is the formula first to find the coordinate of any point which divide internally any line segment in ratio l ratio m. Clear? ये आपने कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री में पढ़ा भी है, ठीक है बेटा. और अब हम बात कर लेते हैं, वी आर गिवन टू नंबर्स लाइक a and b and a is the arithmetic mean. अब ये अर्थमेटिक मीन इसको किस रेशियो में डिवाइड करेगा? जितने पार्ट उतनी रेशियो. दीज बोथ पार्ट आर द सेम, इट मीन्स दे डिवाइड इन वन रेशियो वन. क्लियर? अब मैं राइट रेशियो को लेफ्ट से मल्टीप्लाई, लेफ्ट रेशियो को राइट से, तो आपका अर्थमेटिक मीन डायरेक्ट आने वाला है बेटा a 1 into b then divided by 2. दिस वाज द अर्थमेटिक मीन. अभी आपने निकाला था अर्थमेटिक मीन, क्या निकाला था बेटा? a प्लस बी बाई 2. आ गया सीधा. तो 1:1 से, ठीक है बेटा. अगर हम मोर देन वन अर्थमेटिक मीन इंसर्ट कर लेते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी आर गिवन a and b एनी टू नंबर, आई एम इंसर्टिंग a1 a2 a3 arithmetic means. Clear? Now there are three arithmetic means, so they divide four equal parts in between these two number a as well as b. So a1 divide in 1:3, this divide in 2:2 and this divide in 3:1. डायरेक्ट आई एम टिकिंग द. अब देखो मुझे कोई कॉमन डिफरेंस निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं अब सीधा इस रेशियो से इनके अर्थमेटिक मीन्स को निकालने वाला हूं. तो a1 कैसे निकालेंगे? राइट रेशियो इंटू लेफ्ट, लेफ्ट इंटू दिस, यानी कि 3 इंटू a इट इज 3a, देन 1 इंटू b इट इज b divided by their sum it is 4, and you will see that will be arithmetic mean between them. Similarly a3, this divide in 3:1, तो 1 into this a then 3 into this b divided by again 3 plus 1 4. अब इसको मैं वेरीफाई कर लेता हूँ. कॉमन डिफरेंस क्या निकाला था बेटा आपने? लास्ट टर्म माइनस फर्स्ट टर्म डिवाइडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स. जितने भी आपके पास अर्थमेटिक मीन है उसमें 1 इंक्रीज. कितनी अर्थमेटिक मीन है? 3. 1 इंक्रीज करेंगे तो 4. ये आपका कॉमन डिफरेंस आने वाला है. अगर मैं a1 फाइंड आउट करूं तो इट इज a प्लस डी, मीन्स a प्लस b माइनस a बाई 4. एलसीएम ले लीजिएगा. देन 4 इट इज 4a प्लस b माइनस a, एंड यू कैन वेरीफाई इट इज 3a प्लस b बाई 4, and that was this much. Similarly अगर मैं a3 फाइंड आउट करता हूं तो इट इज a प्लस 3d, और यू मे राइट a प्लस 3 टाइम b माइनस a बाई 4. एलसीएम ले लीजिएगा बेटा. इट इज 4a प्लस 3b माइनस 3a, और यू मे राइट इट इज a प्लस 3b डिवाइडेड बाई 4. सो दिस वाज दिस मच. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट शॉर्ट ट्रैक्स. अब मैं इसको बिल्कुल सीधा लगाने वाला हूँ, आपको कॉमन डिफरेंस निकालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. कितने भी आप अर्थमेटिक मीन डायरेक्ट बाय यूजिंग दिस सेक्शन फार्मूला फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं, बट ये ध्यान रखना है कि आप जितने अर्थमेटिक मीन इंसर्ट करने वाले हैं, 1 मोर उसके पार्ट उनके बीच में बनने वाले हैं. 3 अर्थमेटिक मीन थे तो 4 पार्ट थे. समझ आ गई ना बेटा? अगर बाई दी वे मैं इस a और b में a1, a2 एंड a10 मैंने 10 अर्थमेटिक मीन इंसर्ट किए तो कितने पार्ट हो गए बच्चों? 11 पार्ट हो गए. ठीक है ना? अब ये फर्स्ट किस में डिवाइड करेगा? 1 इधर है तो बेटा 10 पार्ट इधर हो जाएंगे, तो 1:10 में आ जाएगा. अब ये ध्यान रखना है, फर्स्ट जो अर्थमेटिक मीन ले रहे हैं इसका मतलब वो उतने पार्ट पे आता है. बाकी बचा हुआ राइट साइड से हमें कंसीडर करना है। समझ आ गई ना? अगर बाई द वे मुझे यहाँ पर A6 लेना होता तो इसका मतलब लेफ्ट साइड से वो 6 यूनिट मूव कर रहा है, तो राइट साइड से कितना आएगा 5। इसका मतलब अंडरस्टूड है, ये इसको 6:5 में डिवाइड करेगा। अगर मुझे यहाँ पर A8 निकालना है तो अंडरस्टूड है कि लेफ्ट साइड से 8 तो राइट साइड से 3, तो ये इसको 8:3 में डिवाइड करेगा। इन सब का सम जो है ना, जितने पार्ट होते हैं बेटा उतना ही सम है। 4 पार्ट है तो इनका सम 4, 5 पार्ट है तो 5, 7 पार्ट है तो 7। मीन्स जितने अर्थमेटिक मीन इंसर्ट करेंगे, एक इंक्रीज कर लेते हैं, उतने पार्ट्स बनेंगे। लेफ्ट साइड से जो भी अर्थमेटिक मीन ले रहे हैं, इट मीन्स उतना पार्ट लेफ्ट साइड से आएगा, रेस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट राइट साइड से आएगा। अब मैं अगर आपसे ये पूछूं, अब मुझे A8 निकालना है, मुझे कॉमन डिफरेंस निकालने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, मैं सीधा ही निकालने वाला हूँ। इसका मतलब 3A + 8B डिवाइडेड बाय 11 आ गया आपके पास, खत्म। मुझे 6 अर्थमेटिक मीन चाहिए, इट मीन्स 5 इंटू दिस, 6 इंटू दिस, तो 5A + 6B डिवाइडेड बाय 11 and you are getting this A6 and going in this way. So how many arithmetic mean you are inserting between any two terms? Then direct you can find arithmetic means that you are required. Clear beta? Any doubt? We have one more very important result. Direct we can also use the sum of n arithmetic means between any two terms is equal to n times arithmetic mean between them. Means if we are inserting n arithmetic mean between any two terms, then sum of these n arithmetic mean should be equal to n times the single arithmetic mean between them. You may write like this. Again I am taking the two terms, say A and B. I am inserting A1, A2 up to n arithmetic means. Clear beta? Now he says, what we are going to prove? A1 plus A2 up to an is equal to n time single arithmetic means be A plus B by 2, or you may write it is n time if we are taking A as the arithmetic mean between them also. And how can you verify this result? Let me take the left hand side, A1 plus A2 up to an. मैं ये लास्ट वाले ऐड और सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देता हूँ, A plus A1 plus A2 AN plus B माइनस A भी ऐड किया है तो AB को माइनस भी कर देते हैं। एंड व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज योर्स AP ऑफ n plus 2 टर्म्स। तो बेटा सम कैसे निकालेंगे n plus 2 टर्म्स का? n plus 2 by 2, then first term plus last term A plus B minus A plus B, A plus B को कॉमन ले लीजिएगा, A plus B आउटसाइड, तो n plus 2 by 2 minus 1, अगेन यू may write A plus B by 2, एलसीएम लेंगे तो n plus 2 minus 2, नीचे वाले 2 को मैंने आगे लिख दिया है, तो इट इज n टाइम A plus B by 2 and that was the right hand side. So very important, we have one more result, and direct we will use this result. तो जितने भी अर्थमेटिक मीन का सम निकालना चाहते हैं बिटवीन एनी टू टर्म्स, उन सभी का सम किसके इक्वल होते हैं? सो मच टाइम द सिंगल अर्थमेटिक मीन बिटवीन दैम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट मी टेक वन एग्जाम्पल. वी आर गिवन एनी टू अर्थमेटिक मीन्स. So let me take any two terms first. After that we will take the arithmetic means. Any two terms, say 2 and 100. He says find the sum of 20 arithmetic mean between them. Sum of 20 arithmetic means. So direct short trick we are using 20 times the single arithmetic mean, 2 plus 100 by 2. It is 20 into 51. So it is 1020. Direct we can use. This is called the very important short trick to find the sum of arithmetic mean between any two terms. तो जितने भी अर्थमेटिक मीन का सम निकालेंगे उतने टाइम सिंगल अर्थमेटिक मीन आपके पास बनने वाला है. मैं एक बार इसको रिमाइंड करा रहा हूँ. अर्थमेटिक मीन द टर्म्स लाइंग बिटवीन फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट टर्म ऑफ योर सीपी. हाउ कैन यू फाइंड द अर्थमेटिक मीन्स? डायरेक्ट आप उसको सेक्शन फार्मूला से निकाल सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग द शॉर्ट ट्रिक. अभी मैंने बताया था आपको. और डायरेक्ट अगर हमें अर्थमेटिक मीन का सम निकालना है तो सो मेनी टाइम सिंगल अर्थमेटिक मीन निकाल कर भी आप निकाल सकते हैं. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक दिस वाज. सो इन द नेक्स्ट वी विल टेक सम क्वेश्चन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ योर्स APs, sum of n terms of AP as well as arithmetic mean also. So guys, I hope so these all things will be very much clear now. Okay beta, okay, bye bye.